The confusion between these two words happens because we use much and many to talk about two different types of nouns. But not to worry, there is one simple thing that you need to remember to tell when to use much or many. What's up everyone? Welcome to another video with me, Catalin. Today we have a very helpful topic. We are going to be looking at 3 pairs of words that many English learners mix up. These are much and many, each and every, and some and any. These can definitely be tricky because they have similar meanings. But not to worry, I'm sure after this video you will know how to use them properly. The first pair that we're looking at today is much and many. Much and many are used to define the quantity of something, so how much there is of it. The confusion between these two words happens because we use much and many to talk about two different types of nouns. But not to worry, there is one simple thing that you need to remember to tell when to use much or many. Let's first look at how we use many. We use many when we're talking about plural countable nouns. I've talked about countable nouns a lot of times on my channel, so I'll just put it very simply. A countable noun is a noun that can be counted, like book. Book is a countable noun because we can say 1 book, 2 books, 3 books. A countable noun can be singular or plural. A singular countable noun only refers to one of that item, like book. That only talks about one book. A plural countable noun refers to a group of a countable noun, like books, because that talks about more than one. We use many for this type of word, for plural countable nouns. Let's look at a few examples. I can't believe how many books you have. How many siblings do you have? Wow, you bought so many snacks. We wouldn't say you have many apple because apple is a singular countable noun. And we also wouldn't say you have many water because water is an uncountable noun. So now that you know how to use many, how do we use much? Well, we use much with uncountable nouns. An uncountable noun can't be counted. Like as I said before, water. We can't say 1 water, 2 waters, or 3 waters because water is uncountable. It doesn't have a plural. Let's see some examples of using much with uncountable nouns. I made too much food. I didn't get much sleep last night. The party was so much fun. We can't say there are much plates in the sink because plates is a plural countable noun. So for this sentence, we'd have to use many. There are many plates in the sink. Now let's take a look at the pair each and every. Unlike much and many, there isn't really a rule that we can use to tell whether we should use each or every. The biggest difference between the two is that each refers to 2 or more of something, whereas every refers to 3 or more of something. For example, compare these 2 sentences. She wore a bracelet on each wrist, and she wore a bracelet on every wrist. Saying she wore a bracelet on each wrist sounds much better because she only has 2 wrists, and each refers to something that there is 2 or more of. Saying she wore a bracelet on every wrist sounds a bit weird because it's implying that she has 3 or more wrists. Another small difference between each and every is that each emphasizes individual members of a group. So you're talking about the group together, but you're focusing on every member individually. This is different from every because every emphasizes the group as a whole. Every is more similar to the meaning of the word all. For example, each member of the club contributed, or we each ate 3 slices of pizza. Every dish at dinner was delicious, or every spider has 8 legs. These sentences emphasize the individual people. I ate, you ate, and she ate 3 slices of pizza. As individuals, we each ate 3 slices. These sentences emphasize the group. All the dishes at dinner were delicious. All spiders have 8 legs. Now our final pair is some and any. These 2 words are used to talk about an indefinite quantity of something. So we don't know, or we won't say, how much there is of it. Whether we use some or any depends on the type of sentence that we're making, whether that is affirmative, negative, or questioning. So to figure out how to use some or any, we need to know what those types of sentences are. So let's find that out first. Firstly, an affirmative sentence is a sentence that affirms something. It tells you that something is the case, something is true. For example, I am happy. That is an affirmative sentence. A negative sentence is a sentence that negates something. It tells you that something is not the case. For example, I am not angry. That is a negative sentence. So now that we know that, let's come back to some and any. We use some for affirmative sentences, and we use any for negative and questioning sentences. Let's see some examples. I have some cupcakes for you. I don't have any cupcakes for you. Do you have any cupcakes for me? Can you see here how we used some for the affirmative sentence and any for the negative and questioning sentence? There are some exceptions where we can use some with questions though. These are times when we are offering something, asking for something, and suggesting something. For example, would you like some coffee? Can I have some coffee? Why don't we go get some coffee? These are times when we can use some for questions. Okay, and that brings us to the end of our lesson. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson and now know how to use much and many, each and every, and some and any. If you'd like to practice, you can try making some sentences down in the comments below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos. You can also contact me for any questions or video suggestions on my social media. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!